Hey fams, philosophypanther, good morning. And Nicki's done. That's it. Time limit is up. Now I don't watch Wendy Williams like that, but I'm just going off of what the ladies in my house say. They said Wendy Williams had until midnight. Wendy Williams said that Nicki had until midnight last night to respond. So it looks like this is an L that she took. But you know, let's clarify a few things. First and foremost, they said, you know, a lot of jokes going around saying that she took that L and that is a disease that she got from Meek Mills. But let's understand something, ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies. Meek Mill hadn't taken an L until he met Nicki. I'm just saying, if you look at his track record, Nicki has taken L's before, but Meek hadn't taken an L until he got with Nicki. I'm just saying. And you know, and then that's a complicated relationship. You know what I'm saying? Where your girl gotta go to work and her work bae, you know what I'm saying, her work husband is flirting with her all the time, Drake. You know, Drake a groupie hoe. He always fucking somebody else's bitch. Which is strange in its own. I thought that was somebody to work with me. Try to give him a ride, do something friendly. Anyway, but you know, this neither near there. Doesn't matter really, right? She got that L. Here's where people are getting mad though. People are comparing her level of success with Remy Ma's level of success. Let's explain something. I'm not gonna give Remy Ma no pass for going to jail, because you shouldn't have been to jail. That's your fault. You missed out on that dough. But Nicki did stand to benefit quite a bit, and any female rapper did stand to benefit while she was in jail, because just people around the way were saying that, you know, Remy was just the hardest thing. Now I grew up, I didn't really know Remy that well. To be honest with you, first time I heard of Remy Ma was on Busta Rhymes' little remix. Jesus Christ, what's up? Everybody can't drive today? Anyway, so I heard that. I know I was already years late. You know what I'm saying? So they're comparing her success to Nicki's $70 million net worth. Net worth is how much money you make, how much you have, minus how much you owe. So basically, they're saying, well, she still got more money than her, and that's a very dumb argument, because in the game of hip hop, what you seem to fail to understand, people, is hip hop and rap was born from struggle, which is what everybody wants to talk about. Everybody wants to talk about they struggled at some point, wants to get into that fold up so people can accept them and relate to them because of that struggle. Drake did not struggle. He didn't come from the bottom. He was very high middle class. He had a Jewish dad, so you know good and damn well, or a Jewish mom. One of them parents is Jewish. You know good and damn well they came from some money of some sort. They were not on the bottom. Boy had a pool in his backyard, for goodness sakes. All right, so these are rappers that are coming in are lying. Lots of them are really, really lying right now. Tons of them. And you guys are eating this shit up. Like, you can't tell. So, like, rappers now who really don't have anything, they're forced to lie even more just to keep up with this facade. And here's the funny thing. They're telling you to your face, hey, look, I just bought a $100,000 car. The ice in my watch is this, that, and the third. I got $50 million chains. I got this, that, and the third, and you have nothing. You have zero. How does that feel to be told every other song that you ain't shit, but go cop my album? You know what I'm saying? I'm rich, this, that, and the third. None of them thanking their fans because they're rich, but thanking the fans for the social connections. But it's the fans that pay your salary, son. And y'all forget that, how powerful consumerism is. All right? Nicki's rich, not wealthy, rich. Okay? She won't hit a level of wealth anytime, ever, because of her spending habits. Until she get on some Nas and Jay-Z shit, where they're using their money to make more money, and, you know, creating capital and hedge funds and tech companies and stuff like that, Nicki will never be wealthy. She'll be rich, and that's fine. Here's the thing. Again, it's built out of struggle, but it was bred through competition. Y'all forget about the competition part. Y'all want to skip over the so what, she lost this battle, so what, he lost this battle, so what. No, that's the whole point. If you get up on top and you say you the boss and you this, that, and you sunning people, then it's time you opening up a free market for somebody to come up and battle you. And if you lose big. That means if you open your mouth to say you something you're not, or say something and somebody checks you, pulls your card, then, you know what I'm saying, you got to take that L. You know what the majestic thing for Nicki would have been? And what rappers used to do would be like, yeah, I took that L, but tonight I bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I got you. You good? I'm busy right now. I take that L, no problem. Hands down. Give it to her. No shade, no salt. Just be like, yo, I was talking up a big fucking storm. My head was bigger than it belonged, didn't need me to be. And someone came and popped the air out that mug. And that's it. And then you go on and you come out with some fire ass shit, because that's what used to fuel people. Excuse me, my allergies pollen everywhere. Sorry, guys. Don't believe me? Drake didn't try nearly as hard until Kendrick called everybody out. Hands down. Hands down. His Jewish connection shoots him through the roof. You think he got enough cash money because he can sing and can't really sing that well. I've heard him before. But he's got ghostwriters. Let's be legit. Now, he was writing at some point. I don't know why he stopped. I enjoyed his original writing. What the hell is he doing? The boy's obviously got some kind of skill. That's what made me like him initially. When I heard the style switch up, and I'm like, yo, that's not him. You know what I'm saying? This camera is bugging me. I don't know why it's acting like this. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, someone came into the game and checked everybody that was in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they basically said, you know, I'm calling out everybody here. I'm by name. When you by name somebody, you basically saying you ain't you worthless. You ain't shit. I'm telling you, you ain't shit. I'm not shading it. I'm not covering it up. I'm not sweetening it up for you. I'm not making it easy for you to swallow. No, I'm calling you out by name. I need you to respond to say you real. That's hip hop. And guess what? Real rappers, real people who could spit, responded. Papoose. Y'all should have known good and well that when Remy Ma got with Papoose, the game was over with. Papoose was probably one of the most lyrical writers. Freestyle, they battle for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put Drake, somebody like Drake, okay, who can't battle, doesn't touch the essence of hip hop, but touches the other areas. And magnanimous, I might say. And he is wonderful when it comes to showmanship, when it comes to showing off, you know, the other aspects of hip-hop culture. Oh, he's the boss at that. I will never take that. That's why he's so wealthy. Or rich. He's probably wealthy, too. We wouldn't know, like, he didn't really start from the bottom. But that's neither here nor there. So I say all of that to say this. Stop, like, dick riding. Stop getting getting mad and defending because you like Nicki. You just like her. That's the point. Everybody has somebody they like, but if you ain't got a basis to defend it on, like money, that's not enough to defend. Oh, she's got $70 million. No, she's worth $70 million. She doesn't have it. She has assets of $70 million. So what? She just got her ass whooped in the game she got the $70 million from. That's just the bottom line. That's like, you can say LeBron James, you hate LeBron James, this, that, and the third, and talk smack about LeBron. And, you know, I'm a Curry fan personally, but, you know, you talk smack and say, and when he lose, oh, but he still got $135 million. Well, so what? Warren Buffett makes that in half a day. So what y'all trying to say? Money doesn't mean anything. It's about the culture. And when you do it for the culture, that's when it really go down. That's what it is. So y'all get mad about me about that if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Meanwhile, something more important I should bring up to your attention is that Flint, Michigan, what are we now, 2.5 years almost in, and they still don't have any water, not clean water. And as of, you know how Nicki had a countdown till midnight, as of tomorrow, patrons who live in Flint, Michigan will have to start paying for their water again. They were getting a voucher that would pay for their water, even if they have to bathe and wash and boil and clean the water that they're in. They have. No, they issued and said that they're not going to do that anymore, not the state, and they're taking that away from the people in lower class neighborhoods. Now, they did that to sedate the people and keep people out of the media, but that's going to be a big issue starting tomorrow, which is something that I think really needs to be focused on. All right, someone needs to pay attention to this and bring this to attention. So I figured, hell, why not talk about something ratchet? You guys will pay attention then, right? All right. So, yeah, these people. And I'm gonna tell you how bad it is and how it's a whole setup, right? The whole setup, the whole shebang is. All right, I went to like Zillow last night. All right. And I was like, yo, if I had a few bucks, how would I go about using those bucks to make me more money? Right. So I said, man, look, how about this? Let's go somewhere where I can find houses for the low. I said, man, let's go to Flint, because the only reason why they're not replacing the water like they should be, well, they're not doing it like they should be, mostly because the population around them, very low income people, mostly black folks. Give me a second here, y'all. Saying that. Mostly black people. All right. So when it comes down to these people living there and not being able to afford to live there, or can't live there because of health concerns, because they said about 80-90% of the kids are poisoned now. That means not only are they kicking out the generation that lives there, because one, either they can't afford to live there due to paying for medical bills, or they have to move because it's continually making them sick. They live in an area where there's poisoned water. Now, I'm sorry guys about my nose. Now, take this in consideration. Remember, there was like a whole bunch of people a couple years back saying that they were dumping stuff into the water supply in different cities, and then people got all kind of crazy and mad about it because one guy came out in the early 90s saying that he was paid to do a test with chemicals that would suggest that it could help in the processing of the mental capacity of changing the ideology of homosexuality in a person, i.e. making a guy want to go bang a guy. Now, he said he tested it with all kinds of animals and the results were the same, and that he was told that they were going to dump that water supply into major cities. You're talking about Miami, Florida, you're talking about New York, and any other lower income, heavily impacted black areas, and people in California, and people lost their minds, like, oh, it's another attack on homosexuals. Nah, it's really not. Nah, because, the real legit homosexuals, they've been homosexual their whole life. You know what I'm saying? You've been in the closet and you come out. You don't just, like, all of a sudden wake up one morning and say, I want to suck a dick. It don't work that way. Personally, that's a disrespect to the homosexual community, but that's neither here nor there. So if that's crazy, right, and that's not possible, what makes you think, well, okay, if you can see that Flint, Michigan is happening, where they know that water is being poisoned because of the pipes, and they're not doing anything about it to fix the piping immediately, what makes you think they wouldn't poison our waters to make us do other things? They're poisoning our skies. I just want y'all to take this into perspective, and I understand that people was like, well, damn, why can't we be happy? Right, you can be happy. Balance it out, though. You know what I'm saying? The ratchery is there. It's going to be there. It's always going to be there. But what's not going to be there is people's lives. You know what I'm saying? destroyed this generation of people who live there, and they're destroying the next generation in two in one. I feel like there's a 2-for-1 shot. They're doing it on purpose, killing 2 generations of black people, mostly black people in the area. It's not saying that all of them are black, but and no one cares. The government doesn't care. You know damn well Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck about Flint, Michigan. He cares more about putting on a fucking wall to block Mexico than to actually fix the infrastructure of a city of people that are dying. So anyway, like I said, I did this video to see, see where your mind's at. If you like anything I said, please like and subscribe. Share with everybody you know. I like talking a lot. That's what I do. I'm pretty good at it. Except for when I got allergies. Oh my God, this killed me today. Ladies and gentlemen, you got any comments, leave me a comment. Hey, you don't agree with what I said, man? You pissed off? Let me know. I love it. I like battling you guys. It's fun. Any other information y'all need to know, I'll drop a few links in the description below about the crisis in Flint right now, and what's up with real hip-hop in the comments below. But black people, I say this every time, I love you guys. If you can't do it every day, then at least try to do it every week. If you can't do it every week, try to do it at least once a month. Please think, act, buy black. I love you guys. Ow!